Think you've seen all the best action movies out there? Think again. We're diving deep to uncover 10 hidden explosive action films on Netflix and Prime that'll blow your mind and crank your heart rate to max. From brutal fight scenes to non-stop chases, these underrated gems are pure adrenaline. Buckle up, your next movie night is about to get wild. A brutal massacre on the Mekong River leaves 13 sailors dead, sparking an international manhunt that blasts off like a rocket. In Operation Mekong, an elite commando unit dives into the lawless Golden Triangle, chasing a ruthless drug cartel across 4 countries. Undercover agents risk everything to infiltrate jungle camps, storm hidden drug labs, and survive one ambush after another. The suspense builds fast, gunfights explode, boats detonate mid-river, and every lead comes with bloodshed. Inspired by real events, this high-stakes thriller doesn't slow down for a second. It's an all-out assault packed with action, tension, and non-stop adrenaline. If you love military operations, undercover chaos, and explosive takedowns, this is the kind of film that grabs you by the throat. Imagine waking up with guns bolted to your hands, no way out, no second chances. That's exactly what happens to an average guy who gets dragged into a deadly live-stream deathmatch run by a criminal underground network. His only option? Fight or die. The game throws him into brutal, chaotic street battles where every corner hides a new threat. To make things worse, his ex has been kidnapped, and the only way to save her is to beat the game's top killer, who's not just good, but completely unhinged. Explosions, chases, insane shootouts. This movie goes full throttle from minute 1. It's violent, crazy, hilarious, and weirdly emotional. If you want action that never takes a breath, this one's a must-watch.
I'm not gonna lose you again.
You're supposed to be dead.
Give it a minute, kid, and your mom will take care of that.
A DEA agent flies into Taipei for what should be a quiet, off-the-record mission, but nothing goes as planned. He's back in the city where he once fell for a mysterious getaway driver, who's now married to a powerful crime boss. When their paths cross again, sparks fly, secrets unravel, and bullets start raining. What begins as a recon job turns into a wild chase through neon-lit streets, underground clubs, and rooftop shootouts. The agent must decide whether to finish the mission or save the one woman who could destroy it all. With explosive car chases, emotional tension, and high-stakes action packed into one wild weekend, this thriller hits hard and fast. If you love stylish chaos with a heart, don't miss this. When a secret agent's fiancé is murdered by a sadistic killer, he doesn't call for justice, he becomes it. But instead of ending the killer's life, he does something far darker. He captures him, tortures him, and lets him go again and again. What follows is a twisted game of cat and mouse, where the victim turns into the hunter, and the lines between good and evil start to vanish. Each encounter gets more brutal, more personal, and more disturbing. You're not just watching a revenge story, you're watching a descent into pure darkness. Violent, emotional, and deeply psychological. This is the kind of thriller that grabs you and never lets go. Not for the faint of heart, but unforgettable once you dive in.
Vampires. They're the monsters. And all they are is murderers.
A pool cleaner with a secret life as a vampire hunter is racing against time to provide for his daughter before she moves away. When his ex threatens to relocate their child, he dives back into the dangerous world of vampire hunting, joining a union with strict rules and unexpected alliances. Teaming up with a rookie, they take on a ruthless vampire boss who's developing a sunblock to let vampires roam freely during the day. Packed with intense action, wild vampire fights, and sharp humor, this movie blends horror and comedy like a high-voltage roller coaster. It's a chaotic, adrenaline-fueled ride full of surprises that keeps you hooked from start to finish. If you want fun and thrills with a dark twist, this one's for you. A disgraced ex-Secret Service agent is thrown back into the deadly game when a mysterious hacker known as the Ghost becomes the target on a high-stakes flight from Bangkok to San Francisco. The plane is packed with ruthless assassins from all over the world, turning the cabin into a battleground. With alliances shifting and danger lurking at every turn, the agent must protect the hacker and stop a global catastrophe before it happens. Expect explosive action, intense fight scenes including a wild chainsaw showdown and non-stop thrills that keep you on the edge of your seat. Though the plot gets a bit thin, the energy and adrenaline make this action comedy a must-watch for fans craving chaos and heart-pounding excitement. In a city haunted by its past hero, a young boy becomes convinced his mysterious neighbor is the long-lost Samaritan. But when danger strikes, the truth flips everything. This recluse isn't the hero, but his villainous twin who disappeared years ago. Kidnapped by a ruthless gang to draw him out, the former villain must face his past and protect the kid while battling a new menace posing as his dark alter ego. What follows is a gritty, grounded showdown filled with action, emotion, and redemption. This isn't your typical superhero movie. It blends raw reality with comic book thrills, delivering a fresh, intense take that keeps you hooked until the very end. A must-watch for anyone craving a different kind of hero story.
You told me to find the reason I fought my way back.
After barely surviving a deadly mission, the relentless mercenary is back for an even riskier job. This time, he must infiltrate a high-security Georgian prison to rescue the family of a ruthless crime lord. With trusted allies by his side, he faces non-stop gunfights, brutal enemies, and explosive action that never lets up. The film features an insane 21-minute continuous action sequence that pushes the limits of intensity and choreography. Critics say this sequel cranks up the scale and stakes from the first movie, delivering bigger thrills and tighter pacing. If you're into adrenaline-pumping, no-holds-barred thrillers with jaw-dropping stunts and non-stop excitement, Extraction 2 is an absolute must-watch.
Popular with the Taliban.
I miss you. Love you, Daddy.
During the Afghanistan War, a U.S. Army sergeant and his elite team are ambushed, leaving him the only survivor and critically wounded. An Afghan interpreter who turned against the Taliban after they killed his son risks everything to save the sergeant, carrying him through dangerous terrain to safety. But after the rescue, promises to relocate the interpreter and his family fall through, leaving them hunted by the Taliban. Driven by loyalty and guilt, the sergeant returns to save them from certain death. This intense thriller dives deep into sacrifice, brotherhood, and the harsh realities of war. Packed with gripping action and emotional depth, it's a powerful story about the bonds forged in battle and the cost of true courage.
You gotta be careful, dude. You can still die. You're not Wolverine.
A mild-mannered bank employee with a rare condition that makes him unable to feel pain suddenly faces a nightmare when a group of robbers disguised as Santa Claus take his co-worker hostage during a bank heist. Without hesitation, he steals a police car and goes after them, leading to intense chases and brutal fights, including a fierce battle in a restaurant kitchen. With the help of an online friend, he tracks down the kidnappers and uncovers surprising secrets along the way. Packed with high-octane action and dark humor, this film delivers a fresh, gripping story that keeps you on the edge of your seat. If you love thrilling, inventive storytelling, this one's a must-watch.